You're watching Gamescom Studio. Now, hardcore Crimson Desert players have already spent hundreds of hours exploring Pywell. Soon they'll have even more secrets to uncover. Here to tell me about the brand new Enhanced Edition is the Director of PR and Marketing at Prolibus America, Will Powers. Welcome.
Hey, Damon. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm great. I love Gamescom. I was on the couch last year with Max. I'm on the couch here with you.
You never know who you're going to get when you jump on the IGN couch.
We talked Crimson Desert then, and it was before launch.
Yep.
Now we get to talk about all the things we've done since launch.
Which is a lot. I mean, this has got to be one of the most updated, if not the most updated games of all time, certainly in such a short amount of time. Now we've arrived at the Enhanced Edition.
Yep.
Man, there was already, even before this announcement, Crimson Desert was in such a different place than it was at launch. So what are the sort of broad strokes that people are going to find when they update to 2.0?
Yeah, that was a great internal conversation with us. It's like we're still just within 6 months of launch.
Yeah.
We've done around 17, 18, 19 major updates. How do we communicate that to not only the players that have been playing the whole time, but to new players? So that's how we arrived with Crimson Desert Enhanced. How we encapsulate everything here, repackage it, and we even put the game on sale for the first time here at Gamescom to incentivize more people to come in and become Grey Mains.
Yeah. So I know you're adding new cutscenes and story moments throughout the main quest line.
Yep.
As we said, players have already put hundreds of hours into the game. How do they access this new story content? Have they missed it? Can they still get into it from the post game?
Yeah, so story, we're not calling it an overhaul by any means. This is to supplement. This is to create a greater through line of the narrative content. So some of the things that were a little bit more subtle, maybe in some of the codexes or lore, we've made the subtlety a little bit more overt. So that's in order to enhance and bring more immersion into the gameplay experience. But you'll see those throughout. And it's a little bit hard to quantify like the number of cutscenes and stuff because sometimes we added a singular line of dialogue into an existing scene. Sometimes we added brand new cutscenes. So it'll be throughout the experience, and from the very beginning through the story.
Like, for example, the head of our video department, Corrado, I think he said he's put like 325 hours into the game. So when he boots it up with 2.0, how will he access this new story content?
I think that having something be disruptive isn't the approach here.
Got it.
This is not meant to be an expansion where you're like, okay, I'm going into the new story area. This is meant to be a supplemental experience. So we don't want you to feel like you've missed everything or anything if you've spent hundreds of hours, if not thousands of hours in the world of Pywell. But for people that are jumping in or for people that want to restart the experience, we want it to be a little bit different. We want to give them a little bit more and reward them noticing something new.
You also added 8 new skills for Kliff. Can you walk us through the skills and where you unlock them in the story?
I can't actually.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, you've tripped me up. Yeah. I know. So there are supplemental skills. We always bring something new to the table every time. There's a brand new water walking skill where you can run across water instead of sinking into it and swimming. But go into the skill tree. Under each of the different nodes, you'll be able to see how to unlock it, whether it's simply with skill points or abyssal points, or it's through doing specific things within the world. You'll see 8 new nodes for the players to be able to unlock brand new experiences.
Well, the base game already had so many wild ideas and gameplay systems that you wouldn't expect. What's the most surprising addition in the Enhanced Edition?
So Crimson Desert Enhanced, again, it's the culmination of the past 5 months. But we wanted to, as a studio, we want to bring the world of Crimson Desert to as many people, as many platforms, in as many languages as we can. So there's a huge effort not only to do additional voiceover and dialogue for the narrative scenes that we talked about earlier, but also we added 5 brand new fully voiced languages in this, as well as text and UI localization in Arabic. So German, French, Castilian Spanish, Brazilian Portuguese, and Japanese are fully voiced now with a whole cast of voiceover talent. So that's a huge thing globally for the game, is bringing this epic world and epic story to fans in their native language.
We talked about how often Crimson Desert has been updated. Now that the Enhanced Edition is here, should fans accept the same cadence of regular updates going forward?
Man. So I think this is a great transition point where we've had this great pace of updates continually expanding the world of Pywell. And now this with 2.0, this is all very purposeful in how we name stuff. This is very much a fully realized experience within the world. So while there still will be updates, I don't think the scope and scale and pace of them will be as consistent past this point. What we're taking this opportunity to do is shift our development resources from these regular updates to focus on the upcoming DLC.
Which is still planned for later this year?
It is planned for later this year. We've said it's coming out in Q4 this year.
Do we expect more new story content in that paid DLC?
We expect to reveal more details at a later time.
Well, we'll be excited to learn more then. Well, Pro Abyss has been so responsive and listening to their fans. A lot of these updates have been in direct response to fan feedback. Where do you look for audience feedback? Where are you listening to fans? On Steam, on Reddit? Or if fans have thoughts, where's the best place for them to share them?
I want to take one step back first.
Okay, here we go.
Because I do believe that it's especially important, and the developers at Pearl Abyss have been very, very vocal in talking about how our company's founded on listening to community. The games we put out before this, Black Desert Mobile, on console, these are all centered around community, MMO experiences. So naturally, our DNA as a company is around listening to our player base. That approach was kind of the foundational approach of how we wanted to address feedback, both positive and negative, at launch. How can we continue to improve on the things that players love, and how can we make things that there were critiques on a better experience, whether it's a story and the changes that we've done with Crimson Desert Enhanced, or it's UI, it's skill trees, things like that. We turned some bugs into actual features with the aerial stab. So there are great examples of where across the internet in all different languages. I think that the difficulty is knowing what to listen to and what to filter, because the danger in this is listening to every piece of feedback and then having your game lose its own internal DNA.
Sure.
And that's incredibly important on our side, is to have the core Crimson Desert experience pull through, but listen to fan feedback and have that augmented as long as it's very true to the DNA at the core of Crimson Desert.
Sure. Pearl Abyss has said it's exploring multiplayer in the world of Crimson Desert. Any updates on that?
We are exploring multiple ways to further the IP universe. Is there a confirmation of multiplayer, or is there an official announcement? No. What we're doing is we're investigating whether or not it makes sense technologically without compromising the fidelity of the experience. Consistent with what I just said about player feedback, I think it's incredibly important to maintain the core identity of Crimson Desert. And if we're able to do co-op or multiplayer, something like that, without compromising that core identity of what we believe is the Crimson Desert experience, then yeah, it could come down the line in this version, in a potential sequel, whatever that looks like. We're exploring what and how we can do that within the technology.
So paid DLC Q4 this year, and then Nintendo Switch 2 in 2027.
Yes, first half of next year, it'll be coming out on Switch 2, and it's not a simple port. We've never done just a simple port. Whenever we release on a new platform, we are optimizing for that specific platform, making sure that it's using all those different elements to the best of their ability, and making sure that that experience is synonymous with what players have come to expect from Crimson Desert.
We have a very devoted fan base, huge fan base. They're very passionate. A lot of them feel that Crimson Desert is one of the best open world games ever made, and they feel it deserves a Game of the Year nomination. What would you say to those really passionate fans?
I mean, first, I'd be remiss to not say thank you. That means a lot to everyone that works so hard on the game, on all the games of the company. We we listen to all fan feedback. So that's very heartfelt from our side. And when someone says that they think that this is the best open world they've ever played, that's very meaningful. What I would say is that if you're making a game to win awards, you're doing the wrong approach. I think awards are a reward for making a great product. So if the media, if the players believe that we made a great product, then awards will come. But that should never be your initial target of, we want to make a Game of the Year game. No, you want to make a great game, and then hopefully, if chips fall where they do, then you win some awards and accolades along the way. So I hope that at the end of this year, that we're celebrating a great game.
Well, I think you can do that already. One more question before I let you go. Crimson Desert Enhanced Edition is here. Presumably it's in a place that you're happy with, that you feel good about. Now that it's here, is there any update on Dokkan V?
We did say that we are targeting a late or second half of 2028 release date for Dokkan V. And significant development resources outside of the ones that we talked about are shifting to DLC are pivoting over to Dokkan V as the development wraps up for audio and motion capture and kind of the ancillary development just disciplines that aren't necessarily coding, the things that you need to do first before you can make the game. All of those things are moving over and transitioning to our next new IP project, which is Dokkan V.
Very cool. Well, congrats again on this huge success of Crimson Desert and the launch of the Enhanced Edition. Thanks for being here. Crimson Desert's Enhanced Edition is out now. There's more Gamescom Studio on the way right here on IGN.
Thank you so much.